Hi, my name is Tami Eggleston, and in this module you're going to learn about the brain and you're going to learn about personality. So it's two really important topics to cover. Here's your brain. Your brain actually has a right side and a left side, and on both of the sides there are 4 different lobes, and I really want you to focus on knowing what those lobes do. In the back of your brain is your occipital lobe, and that helps you with vision. Up at the top is your parietal lobe, and your parietal lobe helps you with temperature, touch, and pressure. In the middle is the temporal lobe, and that helps you with hearing and also with some memory. And then finally up in the front of your brain, is the frontal lobe. And the frontal lobe is really what makes us human. That's where we can speak, that's where we have all these high-level thinking processes. And there's kind of a cool thing that they know about the frontal lobe. Up in your frontal lobe, the area that runs your fingers is really close to the area that runs your tongue. And so that's how come sometimes you might find yourself trying to do something really fine with your fingers, like thread a needle or work on a carburetor, do something really that requires your fingers, and you might find that you'll move your tongue as you're trying to move your fingers. And that's because up in your frontal lobe, those two things are really close together. Now I want to show you how you have a right brain and a left brain, 2 different hemispheres to your brain. So go ahead and do this with me. I can't tell if you are, but go ahead and do this with me. Take your right hand and get it going in a clockwise motion. Now that should be pretty easy. And you're actually right now using the left side of your brain to move your right hand. Now go ahead and do your right foot in a clockwise motion. Now you're really using your left brain. And that should be pretty easy for you to do too. Now use your right hand clockwise and your left foot clockwise. That's a little bit harder because now you're using both sides of your brain. Now use your right hand clockwise, your left foot counterclockwise. See if you can do that. And you know what? That's actually pretty easy to do. You are using both sides of your brain. Now do right hand clockwise, right foot counterclockwise. And it's almost impossible to do because your left side of the brain can't do 2 things. And that's a really good demonstration. You might not have tried it, but go ahead and try it. And then you can make your friends do it and your family members do it, and they'll think you're really smart because you know about the right brain and the left brain. The last thing in this module, besides the brain, is a really important topic on personality. And there's lots and lots and lots of theories on different personalities. But I just want to point out my favorite personality theory by Costin and McKendree. Costin and McKendree came up with this very simple theory that basically says there are 5 main personality types. And here's a little acronym, a little memory tip to help you remember them. If you put them in this order, you can spell canoe, so that makes it easy to remember. The C is for conscientiousness. This means how reliable are you, how organized are you, how detailed are you. The A is for agreeableness. How easygoing are you? Are you that person who everybody kind of gets along with? The N is for neurotic. And the N means how much do you worry about things? How obsessive compulsive are you? Do you just have a lot of anxiety in your life over things? The O is open to new experiences. Do you like to try new things? Do you like to travel? Are you adventurous? Do you like to meet new people? And then the last one is the E, and that's for extroversion. And that's how outgoing you are. Do you enjoy being around a lot of people? Do you have a lot of friends? None of these things make you a good or bad person, but what they have found is if you know this, C-A-N-O-E, about different people, you pretty well know their personalities. And the really interesting thing about Costin and McKendree's research is if you are a high conscientious person when you're 16, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be a high conscientious person when you're 60. These things are pretty stable, these personality factors that you have. So go ahead and go to the book, read about these theories, and then go online and try to find some personality tests so you can learn more about your personality and more about your brain.